Hello, Get Rich Education Nation. I'm here at the New Orleans Investment Conference in New Orleans, Louisiana, and look who I should run into. It's Rachel Jensen.
Hey, Keith. How are you doing?
Hey, great. It's good to see a friend again. I'm so glad
too.
that you're here. So, Rachel, interestingly, you offer investors with a hard asset, and that is a hard asset of teak wood in Latin America. So tell us more about that.
Sure. So teak is a timber. It's a hard wood, and it's specifically been used by the top 1%, the ultra wealthy, for generations to produce cash flow and a legacy. And teak specifically, you may have heard of it before. It's used for a lot of high-end furniture. It's used for boats, just because of the remarkable qualities. It's resistant to fire, rot, termites, a lot of things that when you're thinking about risk when it comes to agriculture and timber, it's resistant to. So it's been a really neat product. There's a really high demand for it, specifically within the Chinese and the Indian markets, which we know is continuing to grow, but it's also used in a lot of other nations as well. And teak has been, there's a log exportation ban, which means there are 4 countries in the world where teak grows naturally, and there are bans now, meaning that you can't remove the teak from these countries. So it's a huge product. It's proven to be really profitable, and we are offering folks the opportunity to participate in ownership of teak. They get their own title to their land, right? So it's theirs. They can pass it on for generations, keep it for the kids, the grandkids, keep it in the family lineage, and really prove that method and the methodology that the top 1% use when they're looking at their portfolio.
So as far as from the investor's perspective, is that something that they can generate income from and or appreciation in the land, or what's in it for the investor?
Sure. So really good question. There's a couple of things that's in it for the investor. One, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but it is a longer harvest cycle. It is about 25 years. And people who are really investing in it now are the forward-thinking investors who are thinking more for the legacy, the generational wealth stewardship. With the farms, there are profits throughout the thinning proceeds, and we can talk about that a little bit more in another discussion because it's quite interesting.
Okay, but perhaps with thinning, you can sort of go ahead and ladder things out, so you do not need to wait for a complete harvest cycle. Exactly.
And then, of course, there's the appreciation in the farmland, right? We've heard more and more about farmland recently, especially in the markets today. Having that hard asset, having something tangible is really quite special, and especially if it's titled in your own name, which means that you can sell it at any point, right? So if for some reason you need to liquidate your assets, you're more than welcome to do that. And the really neat part, Keith, is that you can use your self-directed IRA for it. Right, so we have a lot of youngsters out there who are looking to do something with their money. They're not entirely sure what to do. Maybe you can't pull off a whole house, right, through your self-directed IRA, but you can do something a little bit smaller in a smaller scale. So there is that benefit as well.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Where can someone learn more?
Come visit us, or you can visit us at the farm if you want, but also reach out to us, info, I-N-F-O, at teakhardwoods.com, TeakHardwoods.com, info@teakhardwoods.com.
Rachel Jensen, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Keith.
71% of Americans aren't saving enough for retirement. It's going to get worse as people live longer, and you need to start thinking differently. But you can't lose your time. Real estate is the investment vehicle that's made more ordinary people wealthy than anything else. Keith WEINHOLD of Get Rich Education is host of one of America's top investing shows, Disrupting Wall Street. He's an international best-selling author, a writer for Rich Dad Advisors, and has been an active income property investor since 2002. He has created thousands in passive monthly income for countless followers, and now he has a free book, The 7 Principles for Creating Wealth in Your Life. Get your copy now at GetRichEducation.com/book. That's GetRichEducation.com/book. Because invest in what produces income for you now and later. Keith WEINHOLD is your guy. Sign up now at GetRichEducation.com/book.